So guys, this is my lineup of signs on Arlington by Mount Rose School. So I think you'll like it, and what I do is I wave at people as they go by. And so they got 5 signs here, and this is the "We Want Marcia Back" sign, please. And we got 2 of the "Get Rid of Alexis Hill, Corrupt Tyrant Callous" signs. Hi Amy, you're on candid camera.
I would like to be able to close my door. Mr. Nellis, could you please step away? I would like to be able to close my door, Mr. Nellis.
You're on candid camera.
I would like to
I think you're a wonderful person. How's your day today? Can you please give me back my sign? You're stealing my sign. It's in the back of your car.
As I said, you may, of course, have your signs back.
When?
When the officer arrives.
Oh, okay.
Will you please step out of
No, I'm not
door?
going to close the door because I know you're going to drive off with my sign.
I'm not
and it took me 10 hours to build that sign.
Me, and I just like
I'm not threatening you. I'm being very kind. I'm being very kind. I think you're a wonderful person, Amy.
To stand
and you're just misdirected.
Door and prevent them from closing the door.
Well, you were about to drive off with my sign, and I just wanted to open the back door, and you locked it on me.
As I said, you may have your signs back, and you're standing in my door.
So give me my sign back now. Unlock that door, and I will pull my sign out.
We're waiting for the officer to arrive. You're threatening me.
I am not. I am not. No, I'm not.
You're touching my car.
No, I'm standing. Look how far I'm standing away from you. See?
Stand far enough away that I can close the door to my car, please.
No, I'm not going to, because I know what you're going to do. You're going to drive off in a huff, and then we'll never be able to find you. I'll get your license plate number, but still, it'll be a lot of work. So we're waiting for the officer to come, Amy.
That's fine. Can you stand away from my door so I can?
No, I'm standing here.
You do not have permission to touch my door. I've asked you to stand away.
No, I have permission because you took my sign. You've committed a grand larceny, or maybe less than grand larceny, some kind of larceny.
You abandoned a sign on public property.
I didn't abandon it. I was standing here the whole time, and you snuck up and threw it in your car and thought you were going to drive off with it, and I caught you.
And I never said.
So I'm standing here by your door because I want the police to solve this problem between us. We have a disagreement. You think you have a right to my personal property.
No, I don't.
And you think I don't have a right to be on public property expressing my political views.
I don't want your personal property, but you don't have a right to
give it back to me. We can solve this just by you giving my sign back to me, Amy.
You don't have a right to erect it on county property. You do not have a right to erect
I don't have a sign to publish my political views. That's the freedom of the press. It's also freedom of speech. Do you ever hear those two? Did you ever read the Constitution?
I did read the Constitution.
Do you know what the Bill of Rights is?
Are you familiar with...
Do you also the right to assembly?
Are you familiar with the county ordinance that prohibits...
There's no county ordinance that prohibits this.
Erecting signs on county property?
This is not erecting. This is a temporary placement. And I'm here with the sign the whole time and when I leave, I take the signs with me.
Please step away from my car and away from me.
We have to let the officer come, Amy.
We can let the officer come without you threatening me.
I'm not threatening you.
I
think you're a wonderful person. How is your day?
We've already been over
Yes.
this.
What did you have for breakfast? Have you had your coffee yet?
Can you please stop touching my car and let me close my door?
Can you please unlock your back door so I can pull my sign out?
My back door is not.
That's all you got to do to solve this problem, Amy. Is give me my sign back. It's really simple.
As I've said,
it's simple. What do you want? The other 4 signs too?
I don't want.
Maybe I should load them all into your car.
I don't want you to be erecting the signs on
county
look at
this.
Property.
Oh, Amy doesn't like my signs. They say, "Vote out Alexis Hill, corrupt tyrant callous."
I have no problem.
I support Marcia Burkbeegler.
Sir, the only problem I have with your signs is that they're erected on county property.
I have a right to do that.
We'll let the officer decide. In the meantime,
okay.
Can you please?
No, I know you're going to drive off. The minute this door shuts, you're driving off.
You don't know what.
And then I'll have to hunt you down. Okay, I'll call the police, and it'll take 2 weeks, and I'll never get my sign back. I want my sign back like now. I'm using these signs.
I would like you to step away from my car.
No, I'm using these signs to express my political views.
Aggressively touching my car. You're forcing me to.
No, I'm not.
Here.
I'm not being aggressive at all. I'm being very kind.
Sir.
How was your day,
Sir,
Amy?
when you are standing there with your arm wedged on my car door.
I'm not. I don't have it wedged on your car door, Amy.
You do have your arm wedged on my car door. Okay, if it's not wedged on my car door, why can't I close my car door right now?
Amy, you're getting aggressive. Now you're getting mean. I'm trying to be nice.
I'm attempting to protect myself from you.
No, you don't have to protect yourself.
By closing my car door.
You can tell that I'm a very nice person. I am not aggressive at all.
I can tell that you're aggressive because you have your arm wedged in my car door right now. You're threatening me. I would like to be able to close my door to wait for the officer to arrive.
We have a different opinion. I would like to open your door and pull my sign out. Now you can pull the sign out. If you want to step out, I'll stand away from you.
As I said, I don't want your signs. Our disagreement is about whether or not your signs should be erected on county property.
Well, do you have then the right to take my signs down? Why don't you call the county and ask them to take them down?
Well, the officer will come and decide that.
Yes, I think he will, won't he? Yes, so we'll wait.
I would like to wait without having to be subject to your aggression.
I'm not aggressive. I'm just standing here. See?
You are forcing.
I'm just standing here. I have a smile on my face.
You're forcing my car door open.
I love Amy. She's a wonderful person in many ways, but she's misguided. But I still love her.
I think it's misguided for you to be having yourself forced in my car door, in the opening to my car door.
I think it's misguided for you to steal my sign.
As I said, I'm not stealing.
Yes, you are. You pulled over and you picked up my sign out of the bucket and then stuck it in your car. That's pretty. You go pretty fast. You almost got away, didn't you?
You erected your signs on county property. That's not allowed.
Yes, it is.
Why don't you go ahead and take your signs down, load them up in your vehicle. We'll put these signs in your vehicle, and you can take off. Find a spot that's not county property to erect your signs on.
This is public property, which means I have a right to be here. You ever heard of public property? Now, if it was private property and it was your house, then you would have a right to do this. Absolutely. But you still wouldn't have a right to steal my sign. You'd have to give it back to me when I ask you for it.
We both have a right to be here, and we both have a right to have our opinions.
Okay, well, we'll just figure it out. Wait till the officer shows up, figures out our problem here. So, how long have you lived in Reno?
You're holding me hostage.
I'm not holding you hostage. You can drive off at any time you want.
You have your arm. I can't drive off. I would never harm you. And you have your arm wedged.
I'll let you run over my toe if you try to drive off.
I would never want to run over your toes. I would never want to run over anyone's toes.
Oh, you're a kind person. That's wonderful. I'm glad to see that. Now, will you be kind enough to give me my sign back,
as I
Amy?
Said, let's load the signs up in your vehicle, and of course you can have them back.
Are you okay? If you give me my sign back, I will move. How does that sound?
You don't have a right.
But you got to take my sign out of my vehicle and put it on the ground. Your vehicle and put it on the ground.
Why don't you
and then I will move to a different location. How does that? Then you'll have the victory.
Why don't you go ahead and there's no victory here. Let's just make
sure
that we're following the law and not erecting signs on county property.
Public property? I have a right to put up my sign and express my views on public property. This is called free speech, freedom of the press, and the right to protest,
let the officer
and a bunch of other things, a bunch of other public rights. I mean, you don't have a right to steal my sign. So is larceny
I don't want your sign
legal?
As I've said, you may have your signs back. My objection is that you have your signs erected.
Do you have this urge every now and then to steal things from people?
No, I don't.
That's called kleptomania.
Do you have an urge to hold people hostage and threaten people and intimidate people?
Well, I've never done that before, Amy.
Well, you're doing it right now.
No, I'm not. I'm being very kind to you.
No, you're not. When you're standing in a person's car door and refuse to allow them to close their door.
Well, I just want you to wait for the police.
Harassing and intimidating.
No, I want you to be legal and wait for the police. The police said wait. See, he said, Don't
I'd like
move
to wait.
and
I'd like to
wait till we get there.
I'd like to wait without being threatened and intimidated.
I'm not threatening you and intimidating you at all. I'm just.
You are threatening.
I'm just saying. I think you're a very nice person, and
when you stand, when you stand in
we should.
When you stand in a person's car door and refuse to allow them to close the door, you're threatening them.
We should have a civil conversation.
When you
Would you like a civil conversation?
I think we are having a civil conversation.
Well, this is my little adventure. The lady in this car, she stole my sign. So you see the sign missing out of the bucket. The wind blew that one over. And these are the two officers that came up to rectify the problem. And of course, they're on my side. So I just thought I would share this with you guys. Now they're talking to her in the car, and then hopefully I'll get my sign back. I was just saying, hey, can I please have my sign back? You know, it's my property, you know. So I was standing in her door, and so she didn't feel comfortable to drive off. She could have driven off, actually. But she was trying to close the door and then accusing me of, you know, assaulting her and all this other crap. But I got a 10-minute video of me being really kind to her and so on. So, yeah, so this is quite fascinating how these leftists will just totally flip out. And look, she's from California. So, yeah, let's get her license plate number. 7XZZ550. So it's like, okay, are you one of the radical leftists come to run our elections? Yes, sir, I'm sure you are. Okay, signing off.